play.
Hello, Twitch! We are back with the Paintball League Championships! Woo!
First and second place match between white and pink.
A bit of a surprising matchup. I think pink ended the season in third, I think? And white was way down in fifth.
Yeah. So to make the climb back up was really impressive.
Yeah, I think that what we saw with Pink was that it was a team that was very individually skilled and very, very skilled at team battle, but they just don't have, I think in a lot of cases, the ability to execute well on capture the flag. And so these championships are starting to play towards their strengths. And I think also Smelly Kid was kind of out of it for a while in the league.
He did actually hang back quite a bit, and it was interesting to watch in their Discord channel, which I can talk about now because it's the last game. He was actually fantastic captain to watch because he was pushing his team out there and talking strategy with them a lot, and hanging back a bit. And at the beginning of the season, they were doing really well for not having their quote unquote star player actually join in with them. And I expect he will probably be here today. I can't imagine it without him. On white team, we have Zhang and Rubik's, both very, very strong. Also some players that have improved steadily over the season. I've heard a lot of talk about Joshy getting better and better. Weed and Hops improving and improving throughout the season. So should be a pretty fun matchup.
Yeah. I think it's definitely going to be interesting to watch Joshy specifically, because I think on their team at least he's definitely their most improved player throughout the season. And so to see how he contributes will be pretty interesting.
Awesome. Well, should we pull some teams in here?
I think it's time we start pulling them in so we can get this game going.
All right, let's do that.
I'm going to go get in position.
All right, sounds good. There is Joshy, there's Zhang. Waddle. Smelly Kid. Hey, Zhang. Oh, I have to push to talk. Hey, Zhang. Sorry, I wasn't on push to talk.
Welcome to the championships. So who is, I didn't think to check beforehand, who has got home field advantage? Who gets to pick the color? Is it pink or is it white?
That would be pink.
So I thought, okay.
Rubik's is on Discord, so we're getting him now.
Okay.
So you know.
Hey, Toes, make sure you spectate. You should be able to now.
Press the start button on the scoreboard to play.
Oh, yeah, I need to also spectate, now that we have some actual teams in here.
Okay. All right, Smelly Kid, I'm going to give you host powers when we're ready to go. So once all the teams are set up, pink team gets to pick which color they want for the first round. So what do you guys want to be, red or blue?
I love when Otto does the thinking
we can't hear
chin scratch.
Okay, I guess we'll go blue.
Okay. All right, so white, if you can switch all
so
to
white
red team.
red.
So Zhang needs to switch. And then Oddle, you need to switch to blue.
Hi, Twitch!
All right, so we're gonna get in position. Like I said, Smelly, I'll give you host powers once the teams are all here and we're in position, and you can start the game.
Press the start button on the scoreboard to play.
All right, we've got Duel coming in. If you guys want to go ahead and invite the rest of your team, you can go ahead and do that because I don't know who you're playing and whatnot.
We have to get Rubik's online. Give me 1 second.
Okay. So we've got, looks like Duel, Loaded Lemon, Smelly Kid, and Oddle for the pink team. Looks like it's going to be Rubik's, Joshy, Zhang, and I'm not sure who else is coming in for the white team. Lemons, do you want to switch to the blue side? Just as time filler while we're waiting for white team to get here, there will be an after party afterwards for anyone that was in the paintball league. It's going to be in the park. We will be just briefly announcing the winners, and we also had one of the players sponsored some prizes for a team MVP for each team. So we will be announcing who will be getting those. Just looking through my Twitch comments. Joshy is pretty decent. Equals P.
Hey,
Joke,
Mama
he
Monkey,
trashed
who
all over
won
me on
the,
Friday.
round?
Sorry, what's that?
Who won green versus purple?
Green won 100 to 97 both games. They were so
Wow.
close. They were such a good watch. They had a really good team strategy.
Wow.
I saw the first one.
So
I was
white
wondering
team,
what you were doing
we're missing
online and
two
not
people
practicing.
Are not,
We
white
just-
team, two of your
we were
players are
practicing for,
not
hours before.
joined in yet or on the board even.
Mama, did they swap out players?
So
Though?
yeah, it'd be pretty hard for them. to
Yeah,
join
both
or
teams swapped
stay
out players in
unjoined in.
between.
Yeah. You know what I mean. I think one of the players is here, but not on the board.
I only see 7 people down there, one of which is Mom
Green
Monkey.
got their golden guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
White, are
There's
your
one
other
with-
two
that was
players
just some-
coming?
I
I know
did
you're
something
waiting
there.
for Rubik's, but who else is missing?
Deafening silence.
Sorry, my computer's screwing up.
Starting to look
or
myself.
DKR. I'm going to put DKR in if Rubik's is missing. Sorry, Weed. Well, I mean, if Rubik's is missing, I'm gonna put
Press
both
the
of you
start
in.
button on the
Yeah,
scoreboard
I am
to play.
definitely not seeing 4 players
doing-
for
I guess we're doing the first
For
match
White.
without Rubik's.
That would be.
'Kay, where's
really
your
ironic
fourth?
If White had problems with their players showing up.
I know I was just thinking that after the problems in the semifinal where
Yep.
Purple had the date wrong and
Yeah,
could
we
not get their whole team together. It would be ironic to see White having the same problems this time.
Alright.
Okay, looks like we have a full roster for both. Okay, I'm gonna go get into position if you guys can give me a minute. And I think Drummer will make someone a host for the room so they can start the game
Yep.
once I'm in position.
Smelly kid.
Yeah, just don't do it yet because I'm really far from where I need to be.
Run, Mom Monkey. You're doing it
Run!
right now. You're starting the
Okay.
game.
Don't psych me
Press
out
the
like
start
that.
button on the
Okay.
scoreboard to play.
Going up. Okay. Got my view. I'm ready. Or as at least
Nope, so
ready as
guess
I
since
need to be.
Rubik's isn't here, then I guess Jongi is the default.
Mhm.
Although Josh,
Yeah, I want to hear in the comments if anyone has anyone that they want to watch in particular. I'm gonna set it up the first time to have Jongi on one team and Smelly Kid on the other.
Oh no,
um,
Otto, remember? Because Smelly's gonna be a really
Oh,
disorienting.
yes, that's true. Touch Your Toes and I were talking last night about camera angles, and
start the
he brought
game
up the
when you're
very
ready.
good point that when Smelly Kid is using his neck dodge, it makes the screen shake like crazy. So we're gonna put in Oddle for the follow cam, though he is currently doing some gymnastics of some sort. So it'll be interesting to see if his is just as
Worst comes to
disorienting.
worst, switch to lemons.
On my side, I've got the white team over here. So we've got Darkness Returns, Whedon Hops, Jongi, and Joshy. They seem to be pushing up fairly close together. Oddle's coming up the middle here. He does a lot of damage with the shotgun. Smelly Kid is hopped
Yeah.
in. He grabs the shotgun that auto dropped, but immediately down. There's a lot of white players spawning at the same time. So they took him out fairly quickly.
So Pink drew for first blood, taking an immediate 4-1 advantage, but White has already started pulling it back. We're at 5-3 right now. 5-4 actually.
It looks like Darkness Returns, at least from what he's been doing so far, he's kind of trying to hold their base, make sure no one's breaking in.
Okay.
Oh, but he's moving forward now, so that might not be the case.
Yeah.
He's
He was
way up there
definitely
now.
chucking a lot of grenades from this side.
But he's heading back. So it looks like they're trying to also keep grouped.
Oh, Oddle
ring-wise.
comes around the short side of the barn. He's taken out a bunch of people with that shotgun.
Yep.
I think he's down now.
Yep. The biggest disadvantage of that whole grouping strategy that Green had is that if someone comes at you with the shotgun at the right angle, your entire team is down. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do.
Got
So-
White respawning back here. Someone's Darkness returns. It looks like goes to the side to grab an extra pistol.
So it looks
Zhang
like we're
Yi's
out
trying
of
to
that
push up.
kind of first part of the game that we were talking about last time.
Yeah, where they
where
start to
both teams
settle
have started
in.
to spread out, get their stride, and it's even. No team was able to kind of grab an advantage there, which means that whoever starts to take a dominant position as the game goes on
Hmm.
is gonna win.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on the scoreboard, and it has been back and forth. Almost every single point, there's a point from the other team to keep it up, and right now we're sitting at a dead even 17-17. White actually had a 1-point lead there for a short period of time, but it was reversed pretty quickly thereafter.
And I mean, there's not really any players that are doing particularly well or poorly.
Hmm.
They all look pretty much the same.
Yeah.
At least as the scoreboard's concerned. Some of them, like as we were talking about, are kind of accelerating the game a little more, but
Hmm.
that's not gonna help them out too much. But
Watching
now we see
Oddle,
people-
he's getting in behind some of the White team with
Otto is definitely
double
bumping the
shotguns
score up.
now. He has been practicing a ton. Pretty much every time I see him in game, he's like, "You want to go play paintball?" And he really
I think
has.
that's just the way that he is.
Yeah.
Very paintball inclined.
Yeah. But definitely a lot of dodging. Like, he's really made some progress over the season in his skills for sure.
Yeah, definitely. His dodging kind of went up by a lot. Oh, we see. Who's that? Dedul, I think. Was able to take out Zhang Yi with the grenade.
Okay.
Which is probably one of the better things you can do when going up against Zhang Yi. A lot of his advantage comes from the ability that he's able to maneuver around really quickly. So like we were talking about with Borg last game, Borg has a lot of trouble turning around.
Yeah.
Part of what makes Zhang Yi better is that he has good aim and the ability to maneuver quickly.
Hmm.
So if you end up like teleporting past him and you're back to back,
Yeah.
he's probably going to win that duel.
Yeah.
So if you can kind of just get into a position where you're guaranteed to take him out, like with the grenades, that's almost the best thing you can do.
So White is holding on to a lead.
Oh,
They
it's
were. It's
Tie
tied
at the
up
moment.
again.
Oh, and
As soon as I say
yeah.
it, White takes the lead.
White takes the
Um,
lead. So I said before, we shouldn't correct ourselves when we're announcing the score because it's just gonna change.
Well, White's definitely they've closed the gap and taken a small lead themselves. We'll see if they can hold on to it. But right
Mhm.
now they've got a 4-point lead at the moment.
There's a comment on my Twitch stream. They're discussing the a host ability to hide names for everyone instead of everyone shortening their name like we've been seeing this season, so that names aren't sticking out past buildings or whatever else. And I don't know if it's Gerbil or Jerby7. There's a technical solution to this as well, but I think I'd have to kidnap Gribbly or Voda and hold them hostage until they understand it. I can just say, the Rec Room Paintball League does not recommend kidnapping AG devs, please. We can just shorten our names, it's alright.
Mom Monkey suggests in both an official and unofficial capacity not to kidnap.
Please,
record
please
devs.
do not kidnap Rec Room
We
devs.
are saying in an official capacity for the Rec Room Paintball Leagues, we do not endorse the kidnapping or torture or threatening of any devs of Against Gravity.
Yeah, we're okay with just shortening names. That's a-okay. All right, what do we got for paintball action here? I was a little distracted by my Twitch comments.
Yeah.
Score,
we saw-
White is still holding on to their lead. Not by much. It's only a 2-point lead right now. 51.
Who's coming in here? It looks like Dadul pushing up with a shotgun. Oddle and Smelly Kid both coming in.
Red got completely scattered over here. They're unable to hold up an entire side of their defense, and you can see they've kind of been like clustered all in the back.
Smelly's
now,
just looking for someone to shoot over here.
Due to the pressure for respawns from the other side.
We are in a dead heat right now. We are sitting at 55-55. This is going to be, I think these games are going to go a lot like the purple and green games. I think we're going to see very close scores at the end.
Looks like Otto has that shotgun shield combo again. And of course, as soon as I switch to him, he dies.
I'm sad I haven't seen anyone pulling the shield combo. I think there's serious potential in that. I would like to see more attempts at that. But
I did see someone doing that. There was a week where one of the weekly challenges was you had to block 50 shots with the shield. So he was just going around shield, trying to actually get people to shoot the shield.
Yeah. The biggest problem with that is it doesn't even cover up your entire avatar for a multitude of reasons. It's not tall enough, and there's the idea that if there's like a network delay and you like turn a little bit, the shield sometimes doesn't block certain shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really no reason to use double shields.
so
Zhang Yi pushing up the short side of the burn.
Pink's advantage, but not by much.
Yeah, I think the rest of this game is going to come down to whether or not Pink is able to keep White kind of from able to actually set up that wall that we were talking about in the other games. If White can set up that other wall, then they're able to start,
Oddle pushing in. He does some damage before being taken down himself. Anybody got a good view right now? See, Zhang Yi's in the barn.
I'm seeing we got all of blue team right here. Very close to their base at the moment.
Blue team has been able to actually, or the blue side has been able to very strongly set up that barrier, keep red players out ever since maybe when the score was like 30.
Ooh.
So they're doing really effectively there.
Yeah, I had Smelly Kid deep back in here, and I thought he was going to do quite a bit of damage. One of the white players got just behind him, took him out without Smelly Kid even seeing him. Looks like Oddle is coming up again with the shotgun. Oh, he gets taken down.
Smelly Kid is at a negative score right now.
Really?
And Zhang Yi only.
Oh yeah, 16-18 for Smelly.
But we're seeing right now there's there's a 7-point difference between the two teams right now, 83-76.
From what we were talking about earlier, Darkness Returns and Zhang Yi are actually about the same amount of contribution towards their team right now.
Looks like Zhang Yi's pretty far into the blue territory and dies as soon as I switch to him. I have some really incredible luck of switching to people just as they're dying. I'm like a voodoo doll or something.
Well, when you're at risk of dying in this game, that's when the scores get the most interesting.
That is
the
true.
The score's actually tightened up to a 2-point difference.
Yeah, 89-87 for Pink right now.
And you can see Pink is very much aware of anyone who gets in their base. They all kind of clustered right on whoever that player was, and
Zhang Yi just took out. It's 2-point difference. It's still very. We are tied up again. 93-92 now. 93-93. 7 points for both teams at the moment.
Do you think we'll actually manage to see a tie game at the end? 100-100?
I don't think that's likely to happen.
But we are at 94-94. I don't think it's going to take 4 minutes for the next 6 hits.
No, I do not think so.
We actually did see a 50-50 tie the other day.
I've heard of it happening. There's been games where, oh, nice grenade at the windmill just now.
Yeah.
97-95 pink.
Yep,
98.
98-95.
What a 3-point
Looks
lead.
like Oddle is
99-95
in
game
here.
over. Pink takes it. 195.
Blue team wins.
Yeah, so I think just looking at the scores right now,
Very good
we
game,
see
everyone.
that Otto is definitely
really
kind of
good
Pink's
game.
MVP for that game, but Lemons was also able to put up a very impressive score while
Great game, guys.
making sure to
Great
keep
game.
players out of.
So for
out
this
of,
next round,
their
we need you
base.
guys to switch. So, Toes, you need to spectate.
Yep.
So white team is going to be blue this round, and pink team will be red.
They won't let me switch.
Jung-Yi, you need to switch sides.
Can you switch?
Jung-Yi has gone AFK, it looks like.
Probably looking for their missing teammate.
Yep. They're probably still looking for Rubik's.
I think we're trying to make a last desperate
Again.
grab for Rubik's.
Jung-Yi, when
Speak
you
of the
come
devil.
back, can you switch teams to blue?
Press the start button on the scoreboard to play.
Again, it's very ironic that they end up missing one of their better players in
Mm-hmm.
this game.
So then is Joshy still in? Yeah, Joshy's still in here.
Yeah, he's spectating right now while waiting for the other
Okay.
one to switch. So, because if he doesn't spectate Jung-Yi, can't switch. Kid can't switch.
So it looks like, I'm just looking at the scores from last time. If they do manage to get Rubik's in, do you think
Alright, Smelly, you
probably
can switch
Whedon
now.
Hops drops out? He was 16-28 for the last game, which probably didn't help. That's what, minus 12?
Press the start
Smelly,
button
you
on
need to
the
switch teams
scoreboard to
now.
play.
Almost switched on me.
There you go. All right, so I'm going to make Joshy host whenever it's time for the game to start. We're going to go get in position.
Good luck, y'all.
Yeah, it looks like Fast Rabbit wasn't able to make it today.
Is Fast
That's
Rabbit from
the-
the UK? I know Rubik's is.
I don't know where Fast Rabbit is.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll have to think about next season if we do want to have players from UK and Australia in the same league. I know it's tough to get leagues going somewhere else because we don't know if we have
Yep.
enough players to support
I've-
them, but it
I've been
is difficult
talking-
with the time
I've
changes.
been talking with Fuzzy about this, and I think that it's an ongoing conversation.
Hmm.
There's definitely no settled.
Press the start button on the
I
scoreboard
know there
to
was some
play.
interest about European League, but there's Australian players too.
Hmm.
So are you guys ready for me to get the game going?
We have
Yep.
time for that conversation.
Those, Mama?
Yes, we're
Should I
not
give the
doing
host
Paintball
first?
League over Christmas. I'm going to be too busy. G-Rat getting a little salty in the comments. Hashtag lag squad.
Well, so Jirat's a player who has a very kind of reactive strategy, and so
Yeah,
when you have lag, that completely ruins that entire strategy.
yeah.
Because he'll end up going one-on-one against players that, if there was no lag, he would be decimating. Just because he doesn't know the shots are coming in order to dodge them.
Oh, yeah, it looks like teams are getting it started. All right, so over on this side, I have Pink Squad, Dedul, Smelly Kid, Oddle, and Loaded Lemons.
Game on.
On the blue side, Darkness Returns, Jung-Yi, Whedon Hops, and Joshy.
Yep, that's no change from the last game. It's very different from what we saw last time.
Pink is all clustered right together here. They are really setting up the wall on this side.
Yeah, I think that they are very much aware that they need to prevent that initial push from blue.
But it looks like Zhang Yi is
and
coming in and pushing hard. Some of
weren't
Pink got up a
successful.
little further, and Zhang Yi just like got in a little bit around behind and was just murdering. Looks like he lost his gun though. I have here.
But
dual spawning in.
That wall is very essential, and people forget that there's pretty much 4 different routes to come in. You have to have someone keeping an eye on all of them.
Yeah.
So if you miss that at the beginning, it can be catastrophic. But they were able to kind of manage it very quickly, which is really impressive.
Yeah.
Both teams are this is setting up to looking a lot like the previous match. We're seeing really close scores already. Pink did just pull out a bit of a lead as I started saying that, but I'm not expecting that to last for very long based on the performance so far.
Yeah, again, blue generally has a bit of an advantage, and so last time we saw that that didn't really affect green that much, but in this setting, it'll be interesting to see if anything different comes out.
Darkness returns, pushing up into Pink territory. Oh, he's taken down now. Zhang Yi pushing up with a shotgun, but it's 3-on-1. He was not going to come out of that one alive.
Yeah, what we saw last game is that Pink team is very, very conscious of where everyone is. And so the times that anyone was able to actually push through and get behind them, they would just come together very quickly and take that person out, pretty much losing no one.
I don't think Smelly Kid sees Auto here.
Which, you know, for a player like Zhang Yi, where that's where he's going to thrive, is in this setting where he can take advantage of his ability to turn around very quickly and take people out in kind of a rapid fashion. That's going to be kind of stifling.
Score is dead even right now, 22-22.
Zhang Yi deep in Pink territory. He gets taken down. Otto has his shield. He's going to play keep away with that for a bit.
That's what Pink needs to be doing, and they've been doing it well so far. Any of those situations where someone gets up behind them, they're able to put a stop to that very quickly. One of the things that's a little more interesting is they are pushing out, kind of like overextending at times, and I think that might come back to bite them. Hasn't yet, but perhaps they could be doing better.
Zhang Yi is quite deep in Pink territory with shotgun shield combo. He's taken out about 4 or 5 people.
His stats so far this game
gets
are
auto.
very different than last game.
Oh, gets taken out by a grenade.
And currently he has twice as many hits as he has outs.
Yeah, 18-9.
Net at this point in the last game.
Yeah, again, it's like if he can get into that rhythm where he's able to get behind people, that's where he thrives because of the way he's able to maneuver so quickly. That's where you can kind of use that to the biggest advantage. So as long as Pink is able to put a stop to that, he's not going to be able to use it. It's going to be really, really stifling towards his strategy.
Yeah. Pink got the 4 across setup right now, though it looks like Smelly Kid is pushing up a little bit, and I'm not sure who this is. Someone, Loaded Lemons maybe, is hanging back a little bit.
Otto's another player with very high ability to maneuver. And so when we see him and Zhang Yi go up to each other, those situations where they might perhaps be very heavily advantaged, like where they teleport behind someone and both have to turn around, those end up being 1-for-1s when normally they'll be huge.
Otto is in blue base right now, just took out Zhang Yi. Well, looks like Joshie just took him out.
Yeah, White kind of grew a 5 or 6 point lead, but Pink has whittled it back down to 2. definitely not going to be an easy
Dead
game for
heat
either
again.
of them.
46,
Yeah.
46 all right now. One thing I'm happy to say is that this is what I was hoping we would see in the championship.
Really
I didn't want it to
tight
be-
matches.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be one team just completely stomping the other one, and you're like, oh, this is a foregone conclusion when it starts. Because we definitely had a number of those matches during the regular season where the game would get going, and you knew immediately how it was going to turn out
Yeah.
within the first minute. These ones, I mean, we've seen in these last 3 games we've watched so far, we don't know until literally the very end of the game who's going to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
The
think
last one
you
was
can
not-
blame part of that on this map. This map ends up producing matchups that are much more likely to end in like 1-for-1s, and are able to give teams like a slight run that will punish them very quickly afterwards. So I think even in the regular season, you saw a lot of really close games come out of this map. And also, if you played on a map like River, you'd see the teams that are kind of the teams that have more of kind of the traditionally competitive players, like the big names. Those teams would do a lot better because they've had tons and tons of practice compared to others.
Homestead definitely is more of a difficult map. It gives weaker players a bit more of a chance, that's for sure, because there's so much cover. There's so many.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. This map is absolutely punishing to weaker players.
Really?
The part where it kind of levels the playing field is that you have these strategies where someone can like overextend and it'll give them a short-term advantage, but it'll punish them very quickly afterwards because their team is an entire person down. If you have like players where there's a significant experience gap, this map just gives so much opportunity towards spawn killing just due to the amount of junk in the spawn points.
And I have to say too, like when I started, I got lost in this map so many times. I did not know
that's also
where I
something that can
was
happen.
or which way I was supposed to be going. I
I
know
should
it
have
very well
clarified.
now, but
I should have clarified what I meant by easier is I didn't mean that weaker players would get more kills, but they wouldn't get killed as much. There's a lot more
again, I think that's also kind of missing the point is that you have so much of an opportunity for spawn killing here just due to the arrangement of all the stuff back here.
The spawn killing is definitely still a problem back here, but if it's not that, you can get lost and hide out for a good long time. I know playing certain mini games and stuff like that, it was easy to find a good hiding place on this map and no one be able to find you.
Yeah, the only problem though is if you're hiding, you're not killing anyone.
No, but if you're a weaker player, you're also not.
you're not going
killing
as
before.
negative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, I remember that back when we had the 2v2s, I forget who it was, but there was a team that was put together of one experienced player and one unexperienced player.
Oh,
And the
that was
strategy-
a Smelly Kid, and I can't remember who his partner was, but they were up against
They had
Loaded
the
Lemons
strategy
and
of
Mach
just leave
1.
The other person back.
Uh-huh.
Hide.
Yeah, and Smelly Kid just killed the two of them. Like, I thought they
Yeah.
had a decent chance if they went and shot at the newer guy, but they didn't even see him for most of that game.
No, there's such an opportunity to hide, but in a match like this, that'll be punishing to your team.
Mhm.
If you're down a person, you can't, like, in a 2v2 you can do that. In a 4v4, it's just not possible.
Yeah. It's currently
Right now we're
85,
sitting at
78
86, 78.
Yeah,
for Pink.
Pink is up by a 7-point lead.
Let's see if
Anybody
I
have
can
a
turn that
particularly
around.
good view from where they are?
Not really. I see a lot of
It's
trees.
very spread out. You have the two teams have kind of locked themselves into a little bit closer to like trench warfare,
Yeah.
which is not doing much for white.
Zhang-Yi quite deep here with the shotgun. He gets
I've
taken down.
noticed that Smelly Kid has started making a lot more use of the starting area, because that is a valid area in the map.
Hmm.
And it's part of one of the points that a lot of people miss and gives red team a bit of an advantage because you can kind of go in there and get a little bit of a rest from everyone. Everyone can focus on you. You're so far away from where all the rest of your team's going to be running it that it's a major distraction.
We're at 90-95 right now.
Pink with
Pink
very
has the
slight lead, but only 4 points to go for Pink, whereas White needs 8 currently.
$98-93, 2 to go for Pink, 6 for White.
Got Smelly Kid into duel back here, so not really doing much damage just yet. Oddle also respawning at the back. Darkness Returns coming in to the back with a shotgun. He might actually be able to pick off some people from behind.
97, 99.
Darkness Returns is taking out a few people from behind that are not even seeing him over here.
99, guys. Dead heat. Who's going to get the next point wins this.
Darkness Returns chasing people from behind. He went on a rampage at the end. He was back here and a lot of people did not see him.
Lemons teleported right into the midst of the battle and got turned around, and that was the end of it.
Oh,
Finally,
199.
Into our third match.
To do the dreaded tiebreaker.
Oh, results.
So maybe we can take
Ready to
a
start.
break before the next
15-minute break for the next match.
You are on fire. Otto, you too.
No, we don't really have the time, guys. Sorry, guys, we don't have the time for a break.
Yeah.
Because we have the mixer at 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next game is starting immediately, so switch sides again.
No, we're going to River. Tiebreakers on River.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All right. Here, we'll party up with everyone before I go.
Let me get over there and start the room before you follow my invite.
Yep, I will.
Because I have to set the limit high enough.
Did I get everyone to duel? Yeah, I got you. Okay, just wait a minute. He's got to set the room limit. Because otherwise,
As literally no one listens.
Wait, I forgot I had push to talk on. Were you getting the echo? I might not have pushed. I'm just gonna hang tight a minute until.
Okay, no, it seems safe.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I was able to go. So,
Okay.
And that should be over the room limit already.
Yeah, should have been the first thing you did. Hopefully. I suppose we could have asked you since we're all on Discord. Did you get the room limit up?
Yes, I did.
Excellent. I think I forgot to push to talk. I was like, okay, everyone wait just a minute, and they all left. All right, so.
I am spectate. Oh, what the heck? I clicked spectate before it put me into spectate. Dang it.
All right, so Pink gets to decide which side they would like.
This time, do we want to do sides, or we just want to take the middle this time?
We're already on the side.
I think let's take the middle.
I think similar configuration.
Okay, Smelly Kid needs to switch then, I think.
I would
do
say.
you think one over each base toes? Where are you at?
I'm on the side basically the same as last time.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the middle this time.
I'm gonna take the middle as well.
I wouldn't do the middle. I would do one person on the other side, and
Oh.
one person
Press the start button on the screen
over.
to play.
Or actually, to make it fair, I'd say one person at like that barrier at the entry of either base.
So Smelly, I'll give you host powers just like
So
in the
just
first
a little
game.
bit to the
Once I
side.
give you host powers, it
Like
means you're ready to
here-ish?
go. Start the game at will.
No, that wooden barrier right before the opening to their like little fort, like right there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, drummer, do you see roughly where I am? How high up are you, Toes?
I'm at -14.
Okay, I'm gonna try 12 from this
that's right.
side.
I'll go to the same spot on the other side.
Okay, I'm at 12, drummer. This looks like it's actually a nice view inside the base if there's any rampages in the base.
Yeah. I think it's good because it's fair, so that there's someone on either side.
Yeah.
And yep.
Oh, this is a good view. Nice.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So are you guys ready?
Okay. I'm not quite ready. I need to reset up my streaming cam as well. Commenters, do we have any requests for
For who gets which side?
No, home team gets it. Gets to pick.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
since Pink was ahead in the
Yep.
season, they got
Okay.
to pick. They wanted red side. I am gonna put my follow on Smelly Kid, even if it's a little disorienting. I want to watch him. He entertains me.
All right.
Where is Zhang
Let me
Yi
know
in
when you're ready
this?
for me to give him the powers.
Yeah, probably close enough. I'm still clicking through my... There we go. Okay, so I have Drummer Geek's view from the blue side. Touch your toes
Wait,
across
can
the
one of
middle.
you guys tell them to like
I've got
regroup in there, 'cause if
Zhang-Yi.
they take out the grenades beforehand, they stay taken out when the game starts.
Don't touch the grenades! Apparently they stay taken out when the game starts if they don't respawn.
No, they don't stay for the whole game, but it's the very beginning.
Start
yeah.
button
That
on the scoreboard
ends
Which
up being an
display.
They,
advantage for
they
one
might
team,
want
then-
them then, so... Okay, it looks like everyone's going back. They've respawned on this side. Drummer, have the grenades respawned on that side?
They have.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we're ready to go anytime you guys want to hit start. Oh, they've done
They
it
did.
already. Haha. Okay. I am not totally sure where to put my stream thing. I'm going to put it up over here because there's a tree in the way. I can't see anything anyways.
So I think in this game you're gonna see Pink with a little bit more of an advantage since they've got
More of the
Otto and
star
Smelly,
players.
just because they're very experienced on this map in particular.
Yes. It's very, very true.
Yep, and they take it right out of the gate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're
It's
at
impressive.
5-2
Every one of their
for... Or
players had a
6-2
kill.
for Pink already.
Instantly. Wheaton Hops is the only one to get a kill on the white team, but everybody on Pink has had 2 kills, and Otto's had 4 now.
Yep.
We see
think
who is
this is
this
gonna
here
be
on the
not nearly as
crate?
close as
Loaded
the other games.
Lemons. This was the spot that Sock Monkey was in, that he just got killed over and over and over again, and we couldn't figure out what he was doing there. But Touch Your Toes, I think it was you told us afterwards, he was calling out positions for his teammates from that crate, which is why we had Sock Monkey hanging out on that crate.
Are you talking about the crate that they just both spawned from on Pink Team?
Yeah, this one over here.
Yep.
That Sock Monkey was sitting on during your guys' last team, or your last game on River. Touch Your
Yeah,
Toes was
it's-
part of the Teal team this season, and we brought him in for commentary after they were out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that spot is a pretty good spot to kind of shoot from. Both sides
Mhm.
have almost the same thing.
Yeah, and we saw Loaded Lemons just took out Zhang-Yi in the middle there.
Yeah, I think another thing that you're going to see is that white team especially has been really heavily pushing on Homestead specifically. And so now that they're playing in a map that they maybe hadn't anticipated, it's going to be interesting. Not
Yeah.
that Pink particularly anticipated it either, but
Yeah.
I think that you're starting to see like latent ability on the map itself. It's going to be really important here.
I'll say this: even though Pink team may be stronger on this map, and they definitely have the lead right now, it is by no means a strong lead.
No.
I think this is still going to be a really close game, and I think it could go to either.
I don't think that you're going to see either team crush the other. I think that you're going to see one team slowly kind of push their advantage.
Alalal going up the middle.
Ooh, that is
Hitting
some
the
rough
grenades
luck
there.
for Zhang-Yi. Zhang-Yi tried to push up the side, and everyone on Pink spawned there right
Oh,
when he started
no.
pushing. Which, I mean, if he had called the spawns correctly on that one, which there wasn't any reason they shouldn't have, that they should have spawned on either side. He
Hmm.
was the only one up there. But yeah, if he called those spawns correctly, that could have turned the tide of the game by a lot.
All right, we're seeing a 10-point lead right now for Pink team over White.
Oh,
12
and
point make
Zhang-Yi
that.
gets punished for throwing his gun around.
Smelly Kid does not seem to be moving as much today. Wonder if he like hurt his neck or something.
I know he has some issues with long periods of playing.
Yeah.
So he's
And
just
they
getting
were warming
that
up
cap
early today.
that they were. I also noticed that the teams in the different games had actually like matched up. A team from like the third, fourth place teams both matched up with like the first, second place teams, and they were both kind of practicing together.
Yeah.
So I don't recall which was which. I think it was green and pink were practicing together, which might have showed in the way that pink was setting up that wall.
No, it also showed in the reaction when we said that green won. Pink was jumping for joy.
They were happy.
When we announced that, so they may have had that. They may have been rooting for them. All right, we're seeing we have a 15-point difference between them right now. 52-37 pink.
This is exactly what I was talking about. We're not going to see one team particularly crush another. We're just going to see one team find that point that they push, and just pushing it throughout the game.
Joshy takes out Otto with a shotgun.
Yeah, and we see the moment that Red had to turn around here, or I guess I should say Pink had to turn around and kind of catch people who were getting past them. Blue's just going to get all over that.
Have loaded lemons up on this crate again. Oddle, I think, coming around the side.
Lemons is a big fan of getting it up into one of those nice points where you have a lot of cover and just taking it, just constantly pushing that edge.
Oddle all the way back into the base. He is coming around, probably going to catch some people spawning from behind.
Yeah,
oh, he gets taken out.
There was a moment about.
Actually, no, that wasn't Otto.
ago
That was
where
Wiedenhop,
White was
sorry.
able to kind of regroup, get everyone out of their base, and you can see they've definitely started to push back a little bit. 5 points. They've come back.
Yeah, they're sitting, and actually there for a short period it was 8. There was only an 8-point deficit. It didn't last, but they are.
But again, like it's halfway through, and they've got a hill to climb.
Yeah, they do. It's definitely still their match to. It's still gonna take some work to get there.
This is definitely Otto back into the base now. He's taking out some people from behind as they spawn on White's right side.
Tell you, Smelly, he's actually really dominating in terms of his scores this round.
Oh yeah, 21-10.
21 hits, 10 outs.
He's plus 11.
He is definitely on fire this round. He wants that win. And there's currently a 15? Yeah, they're back to a 15-point lead, 16-point now.
Yeah, not only is Zhangyi not able to execute on his like primary ability here, you're also seeing like Darkness
Otto
Returns.
is in here killing everybody.
Darkness Returns likes to
Otto
do
loves
a lot
this
of,
map.
Like, bullet rain towards the enemies, and he gets a lot of kills from that. But
Otto is literally running back and forth on the map right now, killing people with a shotgun. I've seen him take out 4 people so far.
Yeah, it's a
and
24,
he's still doing 5 people.
Yeah,
6
he's at
people.
34-22, so he's
this game
plus
is
12
over.
right now.
There's really just no way to come back from that.
No, I have a feeling this one's
It's
going
a
to pink. It's
27-point lead.
90-63, yeah.
So I guess they stopped that whole slowly pushing their advantage thing and just decided to make it quickly pushing their advantage.
92-67.
And we're seeing a lot of trades happening. Just 1-for-1s with those players, and that just can't happen if Blue wants to come back.
Ooh, Zhangyi was up on the crate, gets Smelly unawares. Takes out Otto, he's going across. Zhangyi making a big push. He takes down Smelly. I think that's at least 3 in a row for Zhangyi right now. gets loaded
they're
lemons.
definitely-
Zhang
they're
is
definitely making a
on
push back, but just
fire
the
at the
speed at
moment.
which they have to make that is just
Yeah, it's
completely
96-73
intractable.
right
Mhm.
now. Only 4
Yeah.
points for pink team.
But good hard push from Zhang before the end of the game for sure.
97-75, 76.
Otto coming up. Oh, he gets taken down.
98. 99.
Smelly kid with a beautiful
77.
dodge.
Game over.
Yep.
Pink
There we
takes it.
go.
Red team
Pink
wins.
takes it.
I think this was just one team being more prepared for the unlikely scenario than the other.
Good game, guys.
You guys.
Great game, everyone.
Sorry,
Good game,
sorry,
guys.
Rubik's didn't show up.
Good game.
Good game, guys.
Why can't I open my watch? There we
Yes,
go.
good game.
Guys, amazingly great games, all 3 matches. And I want to congratulate you guys. This team matchup, this game, is the very first 3-game match we've had. Everything else has been a 2-zip run. This is the first 2-1 run we've had where we've actually had to go to the third. Both teams put up an
Amazing work.
amazing showing.
Good game, everybody.
Where is Touch Your Toes? There's Touch Your Toes. Do we want to go to the middle and just do a quick wrap up before we log off for now?
I think that would be
Amazing
good.
job, all of you.
We can do that, or we can go ahead and head to the lounge
Can
for
you
the.
turn on like unlimited speed teleport?
Drummer, can
No, I can't.
fast
It's- that's the
teleport.
thing, I don't
Oh, dang.
think once.
I think that's a bug.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
close
it is.
enough.
It
We'll
is.
do
That's
our
a game
commentary
that-
here.
I wonder who we should report it to.
I know. If only we knew somebody who has a connection to AG.
Maybe just email me at my work email because I'm not gonna remember right
I'll
now.
post it in
Yeah.
feedback.
Yeah, do that.
Uh,
So yeah, you were right. Pink pulled out a really good lead here. There's a lot of
Yeah,
players that are super comfortable on this map in particular.
Yep, I think that especially the players that you would consider to be like the big name paintball players, those are the ones who have a substantial advantage
Mhm.
on this map.
Yeah, and we
just
can
because
see
of,
that
like,
in Smelly Kid and
time
Otto
they've been
and
playing
Zhangyi's scores.
And the experience they've had on this map, and the fact that this has kind of been like the de facto competitive map. for a
Very
while.
much so, very much so.
I think part of
Um,
that too is there is no bias. Red team, blue team. It really doesn't matter which one you
Eh,
get.
There's a little bit of disagreement on that, but it's definitely one of the less biased maps.
yeah,
Um,
it's definitely
So-
not, that's not as controversial a thing to say as if you said like
yeah,
Spillway was balanced.
yeah,
There would be
yeah.
a lot of argument with that statement, but
Yeah.
This map is definitely
Sandbox.
one
Put
of
on sandbox.
we're still Twitch streaming. We're still Twitch streaming. Give us a minute. We're gonna wrap up.
But yeah, so you end up seeing these teams that are both very good, but in this particular scenario, one team that's just able to execute a lot better because they were prepared for the like unlikely scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna log off. I think I will Twitch stream the first part of the wrap up party where we sort of announce the winners, announce the MVPs. So
Make sure
that'll
we
be
unmute each other.
yes. Let's do that right now. Sunday. No wait, haven't unmuted you yet. What am I doing here, people?
There, I've unmuted Toes.
Okay,
And Mama.
and I've unmuted you. All right. Well, I think we'll wrap this up for now. Take a quick 7-minute break, and then we will be in the park for the party. And we will see you guys then if you guys are wanting to watch. Those of you that were in the Paintball League, you can go ahead and join us. So we'll see you guys all soon.
And again, a big thanks to Toes for joining
Mhm.
us for commentary.
Yes, it
Thank
was
you,
excellent to
thank
have your insight for sure.
All right. See
All
you
right.
guys.
Bye,
later.
Twitch.